Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my channel. It's Colleen here. So what I've been doing for the last couple weeks is I am pretty much engrossed in a trial right now that I'm watching being streamed live. But so while the trial is going, I've been sitting here just, making some ephemera and tags and whatnot for, upcoming journals and whatnot. So I thought I would just share with you this morning what I did while I was listening to the trial that is on lunch right now. So I have about 45 minutes to do a video here, and I'm going to show you what I've made here, but I'm also going to do a little craft with me with the different little batch of tags that I made yesterday that I wanted to share and do with you guys. So I want to show you this because they're simple, and I just want to inspire one or two or a bunch of you to, if you haven't, made tags like this, there's always just really simple ways to make different types of tags. And I bought these books at a thrift store a while back. They're the Beatrix Potter books. I liked the pages. I liked the size of the pages. And the reason I bought them was because I had already envisioned making tags with these. So I want to show you, I finally took these books out today while I was listening to the trial, and I backed the pages onto file folder. So I have tons and tons and tons of file folders. My husband is an accountant and he works from home, so you can just well imagine. So any chance I get, I like to get my hands on them and recreate them. So what I did is I basically took a few pages out and I glued them onto the file folder, and then I cut the tags out, and then I just, I thought, okay, let's add a little paper pad at the back. So I've adhered the top, I laced it, and I added some, pages to journal on, and you could also journal on the very back of it. But I like file folder tags because they're nice and sturdy. I rounded the corners, and then I added tulle. Aren't these so cute? So I made different types of tags. Like this is just more like a journaling card tag. This is, the style of an actual tag. I just cut the sides like that, rounded, inked a bit, threw on some coffee stain and some tulle. And then these two, I added some eyelets. So you know how each file folder has one of the tabs here? I had cut it in half, as you can see here, but I didn't want to cut the tabs off. I almost did, but I thought, no, I like the tabs. So I kept the tabs on the edge of each of these tags, and I added an eyelet, and I added some tulle. I just love these tags. Now, obviously, I think because I made specific Beatrix Potter tags today, I'm going to make a Beatrix Potter journal. The Beatrix Potter journal. So, and then there's some journaling spots here. So yeah, they're not hard. They were fun, relaxing as I was listening. I can't just listen and do nothing. I always have to be creating something. So I just wanted to share these cute tags with you guys. Maybe you'll feel inspired to make some yourself. They're not hard, as you can see. Okay, so the craft along I want to do with you is, well, first of all, what I did in the last part of the day yesterday is I decided, well, I had finished my little project, but I didn't have time to make a video for you guys. So I thought, well, I'm going to take some sample whale tail tabs that I got off the internet actually, and then I cut out 2 sample pieces, and then I just started to trace on different images, on different sheets with different images, and I trace, and then I cut out a whole bunch just so that I could have on hand. I do have a whale tail punch, but it's smaller, so I have 3 sizes here: the small one, medium, and a larger one. This is my whale tail punch that I have, but I did want some bigger ones, so I found templates on the internet for free, and now that's what I use if I want bigger ones. So I'm just sharing this to maybe inspire you guys to you know, you don't need a whale tail punch. You can find a template on the internet and then just trace and cut them out, and you can just, yeah, have your own. So I just did a bunch of punching and cutting out and stuff because I wanted to have a pile on hand. So yeah, fun, fun, fun. So I'm going to use, I think, 1 or 2 of these today with Craft Along. So I'll put these aside here. Okay, so this is what I did. I have in front of my desk, in one of my files, a pile of junk mail. I like to keep junk mail. I like to keep sturdy junk mail because they always end up becoming something. And they're usually going to become journaling cards or tags or whatnot. So I want to show you what I made with, for example, this is one of the, I have 4 of these that I made into these tags here, these journaling cards, backed it onto some printed cardstock, and I used a book page. This is a Greek Bible type book that I found at the thrift store that I use for the background paper. And then I just tear out some, you know, writing paper and I ink it, and I added whale tail. And so it's nice and sturdy because, as you can see, this junk mail card is sturdy, very sturdy. So I thought it's the perfect size for some journaling cards. So that's what I did. That's what I did yesterday while I listened to the trial. And I thought, well, maybe some of you out there who are new to crafting might feel inspired to make some for yourself. So what you need is you need to find anything that, you know, you might have laying around. It doesn't have to be junk mail. It could be a piece of cardstock, but we're going to decorate it up. I recently made a journal. I think a few days ago I did a video, and so I used some of the inserts of the inside of the book. And we're going to use this image as kind of for the back. And we got the book page and some writing blocks that we're going to glue onto the tag, and then some whale tail tabs. So let's do this together. It's going to be super simple, very easy. But I just thought maybe you guys might want to follow along and do your own. And I'll show you my process and how I make these fun journaling cards and tags. So all I'm going to do, I don't do any cutting initially. I'm just going to glue the surface I want the book page to go on. Make sure I'm in view here. Okay, so just going to glue, glue, glue. And I'm going to place the book page right like this. Make sure it's adhered on. I'm going to put my pin in my glue here. Okay, so now I'm going to cut around the journaling card. Instead of measuring it and then cutting it, I like to just glue right onto it and then simply cut. It's quicker. I find it's quicker, at least for me anyway. Right now I'm seeing shadows, so sometimes it's hard to cut if I'm not angled properly, but I need to be in view here for you guys, so we'll just work with what I've got. There, so there you can see, this is the background. And then I'm going to place my sheets like that. But before I do that, I want to use this adorable image from the little golden book journal I finished the other day. This is one of the sheets in there. I want to use this beautiful little toddler baby hugging her mommy's tummy. So I'm going to glue this on to the back. Actually, I'll glue the tag itself. I don't know if you guys are into courtroom drama and trials and whatnot, but I'm fascinated by trials that end up getting aired for the public to see. And right now I'm in quite enthralled in a specific court case right now. So, Okay, so here we go. Doesn't have to be perfect. I'm eyeballing it. And let's see. I probably got some of the words. Well, might work out just fine. Maybe I'll use my bone folder. I always find this makes too much noise when I make videos for you guys, so I do apologize. I'm going to try to do this quieter. Okay, I'm going to give this, I do like to put this needle in my glue so it doesn't dry out. Okay, so now I'm just going to brush off the excess glue. I call this mindless crafting, but at the same time productive, because they're very, you can use these in your journals and they make beautiful embellishments, or you can do all kinds of things. You can make hinges, you can do flip outs, you can use them as pockets and tags and journaling cards. I just like to have a bunch of ephemera on hand in case, and as I feel inspired to use them up. So obviously pieces like this you don't want to throw out. They'll make good master boards for, you know, layering up your, just making some collages and stuff. So what I like to do is this is perfect, by the way. I didn't get any of the writing, which is good. I just wanted the image, so that turned out perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to do some corner rounding. I'm going to use the full round part of this punch. So you see, just adding 2 pieces of paper to that piece of the junk mail that came in my mail, it's becoming something beautiful. Actually, this could be the front too. It depends. I'll have options. And so now I did obviously some pre-cutting just so I wouldn't take up too much time for you guys. Did some pre-work. This is pretty self-explanatory. I didn't think you would need to follow this part along of the actual cutting. So there's a journaling spot here and another journaling spot. I split them up just for visual appeal. So there's the journaling spot. Let's see, what will I do here? Okay, so let's add one of my whale tail punches here. Okay, let's put this whale tail on here, this tab. And of course, you know how I like to do eyelets. I may not right now, but you can certainly put an eyelet in the top of your tab, and then some ribbon or something to pretty it up. I'm just going to add a little ink because I find inking, of course, just finishes it off. So I'll just ink around the edge of the page here. But see how easy these are and quick? I fired off a handful the other day just while I was listening to the trial. These pages are, they're like glassine pages or something. So, I mean, they don't really take the ink as well as an actual paper page, but that's okay. Just gives a bit more of an effect. So there you have it. There's another tag to go with these 2 tags. And they're sturdy. So this one is more, you know, just these were just a couple of cardboard printables I had. So I cut them down to fit the tag. And this I wanted to use up some images from the book that I just finished, the journal. So that gives you an idea. And you can add paper to the backs of these. Maybe not this one because I like the picture of this one. But so there's that one. And let's do one more together. So again, here's the, we have a couple of children we sponsor in a couple different countries, and so I get information sent in the mail as far as, you know, just part of the pamphlets that come. And anyhow, because these cards are so thick, I love them. And this is what we're using. So let's do that. I'm going to use again, I'm using the back of a Greek Bible. Hope that doesn't offend anybody that I'm altering a Bible, but the thrift store books. I love to use up papers from all different kinds of books. And this one happens to be the closest to where I'm sitting, so I grabbed it. Okay, placing down. Using my bone folder. No, chilly right now. I don't know what parts of the world y'all live in, but I'm close to Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. And today is not too bad for weather. It's not raining. That's a bonus. We get a lot of rain. I'd be curious to know where you all live, how the weather is, what's going on your part of the country. What are you crafting on today, if you're crafting? What inspires you? Sometimes images catch my eye, and so I'm motivated to create according to the image, or sometimes it's the cover of a book. Sometimes it's, you know, a material piece of a tablecloth that I might find at a thrift store, and I'm like, oh, that's going to be a beautiful laced cover. And so I'm inspired to, you know, create something based on that. We all have our process. Okay. So I'm trying to target this little gem of a girl here. And I'm just eyeballing. And I'm going to rub off the excess glue. Okay. Let's see if I managed to get her. Do you guys like to watch court cases? This particular court case that I'm watching is the Alec Murdaugh case. So it's been going on for a few weeks now. I think we're into the third week. Well, not too bad. I probably would have preferred not to have this white outer, but that's okay. No big deal. Because once we ink her up, she'll be good to go. Again, I'm using my corner rounder. Okay, so sometimes you want to just think, sometimes with this water-based glue, it can sometimes curve the paper, but because it's a sturdy mailer, it's good. It flattens out beautifully. Okay, I'm going to glue the journaling spots here. I got this paper pad from the thrift store, so you can always make journaling spots with any type of paper. So yeah, you guys can see how quick this is. You can sew around the card too, the journaling card. I often do that. And we'll stick on another whale tail tab. Usually I fold this first, which I didn't do this time around, but now I got to do it so I don't stick it together. Okay. There we go. Isn't she adorable? Okay, let's give it a little bit of ink to finish it off. These are perfect sizes too. I mean, obviously it wouldn't be a mini journal. I don't tend to make mini journals. Mine generally are a decent size, so this will be perfect. I might do something yet to the backs of these. I don't know yet. We'll see when I'm actually putting them into a journal. But so this is that. I just wanted to show you a quick and simple way to make some journaling cards and tags using up book pages and magazine pages and Bible pages, using your junk mailers for you know, for the base. And I have another one here, but I'll just do it off camera. Isn't that a beautiful image? Give thanks. It's from that little golden book journal I just finished. So yeah, I'm trying to use up some of the pages. And there's my next mailer here. And so that's that. And then we did I showed you how to make your whale tail tabs. If you guys don't have a tab, you can go on the internet and you can download a couple of samples, cut them out and use them as your templates, and cut out a whole bunch of your tabs to have on hand. And then there was these little cute old book pages backed onto file folder and made into some tags. So I'm really glad you popped by if you did, and I hope you're inspired to do something crafty today. And yeah, I guess we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.